Hello, everyone. We're here at the Weatherford Daily News, visiting with longtime members of the Weatherford Environment Group. We have Faye Henson, we have Debbie Melton, and you have been on this committee a long time. How many years have you?
So the original tax initiative was like 2008, 2009 when they started the recycling efforts in Weatherford.
Almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. And so as they formed those things, went through the processes of getting recycling started, Debbie and I were involved, and lots of other people at that point, Dr. Burchett, Stuart Burchett.
Yes.
And, we have just kind of persisted, and we have a small group of people now that keep things going.
Good. Well, it's an amazing effort, environmental, the recycling, all these type of things. But one of the special things you're doing this week is you're honoring the city employees who work in these waste management, the recycling department, and you're kind of doing something special for them.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I didn't realize for a while, but there's a national week nationwide to recognize waste management and recycling workers.
Perfect.
And when we found that, we thought, well, what can we do in Weatherford just to let our people know that they're appreciated? And we see them driving their trucks around, and taking care of us. And we just didn't know how we could say thank you.
Yeah. Excellent. So what kind of things, what are you?
Well, we're providing a snack for them every day this week, but we're having Subway sandwiches on Friday to kind of the end of the week. But they love it. Yeah. They love getting to get something special. So we just leave little bags. Faye will leave little bags, brown paper sacks with a snack in it and a bottle of water or something. Just for them to grab and take with them.
That is awesome.
We actually have 16 people that we're actually recognizing. We have about 12 people who work those routes or work in the recycling building, processing things. And then we've got supervisors. Kendall Huckabee is the supervisor for that area. His trustee assistants, Braxton, and then Caitlin, who is at the East City Maintenance Building, who answers the phone and we go to for help.
Right. She corrals all those men.
Yeah. And she says, show up and pick up your sacks. But we recognize, the 12 people who are out there working, plus those support people who are maybe filling in or doing things.
Right. Well, and Debbie and I were visiting the other day. The service we have in this town is second to none. I mean, I look at our house, I can put out 4 trash cans, boxes all around it, and every piece is cleared out perfectly. That's a luxury. You don't get that in big cities.
Well, no, and some of our routes are ones where they can use the trucks to dump the trash cans. Some of them, they have to do it by hand because there's not an alley, so people bring their trash out, and that's where I am at this point. But, we know their schedule. We know we have to get it out there by a certain time where it's not going to make the schedule.
Right.
But that way, we know they work hard. And like today, they're getting Gatorade and a peanut butter cracker. So if it was going to be 90 degrees outside, they get a little electrolytes and some energy sometime during the day.
Sure. Well, what a wonderful way to think then. Yeah. I agree with it. Sometimes people will even leave a Christmas card with money at Christmas time with the trash can.
Kind of hard to catch them if they're
on
a route.
Tape it to the top of the trash cans. What I do.
Well, I just encourage people to let their people know who are servicing their neighborhood or their trash needs, because if the trash truck drivers have gone on strike in other cities, we quickly appreciate the fact that things build up, and Weatherford is kind of in a situation where we collect our trash and then we move it down I-40 to bury it. I think it's close to El Reno. And so one of our really emphasis for recycling is if we can get some of the weight out of that trash, that reduces the cost to transport it. So we kind of work hand in hand between the two efforts.
Well, and some may not realize after all these years, we take it for granted that all the recycling events you have, but the recycling center on Rainey Street down
on Clark
Street. Okay, we'll start all over. But
that's
that recycling center on Clark Street, close to the newspaper. I mean, you can drive through there and you've got boxes of cardboard and paper and cans, and it's so simple.
Well, and that's the drop-off place. So, and if you need a box, you can always go get one.
Oh, true. That's part of recycling.
Just bring it back. Reuse.
But the idea that drive-through is available 24/7, and then our special events happen across the street at the materials processing building, which is kind of where there's a classroom, and we can do classes for people, or we can do programs for people if they are interested in something about recycling.
Yeah, recycling is so responsible. I mean, thank you all for doing this, because it is, I mean, it should be natural. It should be something that we all just do because it's the right thing to do.
Well, and I mean, it's like it's valuable. So why would you take something that's valuable and just toss it away? It can be used again. And I wanted to just mention, we do know our recycling event for November.
Okay.
That's going to happen in the fall, and it's going to be November 15th, which is a Saturday, and we are going to do paper shredding.
Yeah, people love the paper shredding.
Oh, they do. They've saved up a long time
We
for that.
get a lot of calls about it.
And will that be at that same location across from
It'll be at the materials, the building across on the south side of Clark.
We definitely want to let people know as
Absolutely.
that comes, because that is a big one.
It is.
Very big. Good. It's, if you've got personal information, documents you've been saving that it's time to get rid of, this is a safe and good way to.
And they'll do it right there in front of you.
You can watch them.
You can watch it happen.
You can watch it happen.
And feel secure about it.
Absolutely.
So just say thank you to the people that are working hard for you this summer, and probably going to get warm now, so it'll be a little bit more hot, difficult. But we just appreciate our men and women, because we do have men and women on our sanitation crews, and tell them thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Kendall always says, be sure and shut the lid on the bin that you put your stuff in, because I mean, like the big dumpsters out there, because they go through dumpsters like crazy. You have to have any bottoms put in them, because water gets in there and it just sets and rots them. So try to remember to do that
in a lot of alleyways too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very good. Well, yeah, definitely be respectful of what they're doing. And again, I say that service is second to none.
And not just this week, but in any week that you get a chance.
All year long.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you all again for coming in and your efforts. I know this is just volunteer efforts to make this happen for Weatherford. So thank you.
I will tell you that our pianos, we've got one about finished and another one that's just about there. So we're going to be, I talked to the mayor yesterday, we're going to be putting those out on the street so that people can just, play the piano and serenade us or whatever they'd like to do. So that's kind of fun.
That is a fun
We've had local artists that have painted them for us. So
when we had our spring event in April, there was a little lull, and so we had one of the pianos down at the classroom building, and so one of the young men who was helping just went in and started playing on the piano, and that was kind of a little soothing passing of the time.
Yeah.
And he went 2 or 3 times back there and played.
Nice.
He was really good.
Good.
He was really good.
Yeah. What a fun concept.
So
you ladies are doing fun things for Weatherford. We appreciate that.
We just enjoy people who can come help volunteer, and if you check with Debbie and check the Facebook page we have for Weatherford Environment Group, you can kind of see the things that are coming up and ask some questions, and Debbie will get an answer, or I will.
Right.
Sure. Great. Well, thanks again.
Right.
We appreciate it, and best of luck, and thank you for your event this week.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.
Bye.
Take care.